Can you tell me about the development of the skill? Like, how do you practice this? What kind of classes do you go to? Do you have a coach? Do you have a trainer? Is it something you self-learn? Like, walk us through a bit of the mastery of, when you said I wanted to be the best contortionist, I find that fascinating because I think whenever you set out to be the best at something, it requires more training, more discipline, more focus. Walk us through what training looks like to do something like that so effortlessly.
So I taught myself, and how I would when I initially started training, I'd study like contortionists online on YouTube with like who would do crazy moves, and I'd study each and every technique that they were doing. And if I couldn't get it, I'd go back onto the computer and I'd be like, okay, what is she doing that I'm not doing? And actually I involved my dad a lot, and I was like, Dad, watch her and then watch me and see what I'm doing wrong and what she's doing. And like I involved my dad to help me with that. And yeah, that's kind of just how I taught myself to do it.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
With you, like a lot of it is also a family operation, right? Like you get to work with your mom and your brother. What's it like working with your family and trying to build a career out of it?
You know, I love working with family because they always have your best interest at heart. Mm-hmm. My mom has always, helped me with little logistics, and my dad, he always builds my props or things I, need to get built. He's there for me and will do it. Like all my hand balancing canes, he built those, and all that equipment. And my brother, he is a musician and a producer, and then he also edits for my YouTube videos and things like that. And it's a whole family operation.
So I can't help but think, like, as an Indian guy thinking about if I ever told my mom that I want to go into contortion, she'd say, absolutely not, right? We always talk about there's these traditional expectations of what you have to do with your career. And I'm sure there's lots of young people too that are listening or watching that have a certain dream, and society or their parents or their friends like might be judgmental of that. So what was that like trying to explain that unique dream? Were they supportive? And if for those that weren't, like, how did you get through that tough time?
It happened so fast and so interesting because we had just got off America's Got Talent before I started YouTube and everything. And I feel like it was so interesting because it kind of just happened naturally. My mom kind of started help manage and everything for me. And then my dad was like, oh, what do you need for your YouTube videos? And would help me with that stuff if I need something built. And then when I first made my first YouTube video, I was like, Zach, can you just please help me with this just this one time? And I'll edit my other videos after that. Like, you're just such a good editor. I want you to do it for the first time. And he was like, oh, fine. Like, okay. He kind of just started seeing the traction off of it and was like, wait, I'll edit for you. This is actually cool.
I want 10%.